The bench press pyramid routine. There have been many variations in what we call the bench press pyramid routine, but for the purpose of this discussion, I want to talk about a specific version of the bench press pyramid routine that was in use in the mid-1980s. It seemed like everybody was using this routine. Everybody that competed was using this routine. In fact, it's still around, and that's why I want to talk about it now. The routine calls for going to failure on each set, and the lifter is going to expend a lot of energy performing high repetitions with very low weight on those initial sets, and I don't like that. That is a negative. Now, at the very top of the pyramid, the lifter maxes out, and that's when it gets really crazy. The first descending set from the top of the pyramid, the lifter maxes out a second time but adds another 5 pounds to the weight. Okay, now, as the lifter continues downward, he or she lifts an even higher percentage of weight than he or she did on the way up. For those of you who have never seen a bench press pyramid, this is an exact example of the pyramid routine used in the 1980s. You would actually start this routine at the lower left-hand corner of the pyramid. Now, I've set this up for a 300-pound max, so you would start at 50%, which is 150 pounds for 10 reps. Your next set would be 195 pounds for 8 reps, which is 65%. This third set would be 225 pounds for 5 reps, which is 75%. The next set would be 255 pounds for 3 reps, which is 85%. And before you max out, one last set, 285 pounds for 1 rep, which is 95%. Now you're at the top of the pyramid and you perform your 1 rep max, 300 pounds. Now as you descend, your first set is 100% plus 5 pounds. This is where it gets crazy, 305 pounds. The next descending set, 1 to 2 reps at 95%, which is 285 pounds. The next set would be 1 to 3 reps at 90% or 270 pounds. The next set, 4 to 6 reps at 80% or 240 pounds. And then your very last set is 7 to 10 reps at 70% of your max or 210 pounds. Now, what could be worse than using all of your ATP glycogen before maxing out, then adding 5 pounds to another max attempt? Well, performing this routine twice a week. That's worse. Now, lifters perform this routine twice a week generally are on steroids, okay? And steroids do what? They strengthen the muscles. They have little effect on strengthening the tendons, okay? This is when you see rotator cuff injuries coupled with this type of routine, okay? Now, the guys that used this 30 years ago had a lot of rotator cuff injuries, and today a lot of those guys have had rotator cuff surgeries, okay? Now, if my memory serves me right, and it does, these same lifters would actually bridge. They raise their butts off the bench in order to complete all the different weights in this pyramid routine. They also had assistance from people who were spotting them. They would cheat. They would pull on the bar to make sure they got all the reps. So they cheated their way through this routine. What I'm saying is it's very unlikely that you would be drug-free and perform all these reps and sets strictly and actually be able to get through this routine not once but twice per week. It's impossible. It doesn't work. Okay? Now, when lifters who use this routine would join my gym back in the 90s, I placed them on my drug-free bench press routine, okay? Because I knew they were overtrained, okay? I guaranteed them a 20-pound increase in their benches at the end of the first cycle. It never failed. It was easy. The recovery that's built into my routine, coupled with the gradual increases in weight, made it possible for them to peak out at the exact weight that we set as their goal the day we wrote the routine. Now, most modern powerlifting routines have plenty of recovery built in. This is the one ingredient that is most important for anyone training for a 1 rep max. Resurrecting these old routines like this pyramid bench press routine have proven ineffective, and they will only slow one's progress and invite injury.